Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm King POSH and today we're looking at this number 34 Toyota Supra by Formula Drift. Here is my share code. Got it? Great. And yeah, this thing is called Easy Drags Drifter. It is a drag tire compound all-wheel drive drivetrain on rally suspension. And it weighs 3,008 pounds and it's got nearly 1,500 horsepower. Let's get into this thing and show you guys everything I've done. I'm telling you guys, I've been having a blast with this thing. I wish I could show you all these clips, but then it would say not supportive. I've already checked, I've already looked. It's just because of my device that I used to make these videos isn't working properly right now, but I was hitting first place in all of these, and I was getting in podium second place with winner 2 nights ago, and we were just having an absolute blast with this thing. So yeah, so I wanted to show you guys my build and my tune for this Supra. I'm really excited to show you guys this thing. I think you're gonna like it. It's definitely a podium car, and it's a lot of fun. It's got an all-wheel drive drivetrain. All right. It's got the drag tire compound. We already established that. And everything here is to make it as light as possible. So you'll see we got two 35s in the front to stock in the front. Stock rear tire width in the rear. Okay. We have a heavier rim on there just so I could get some more power out of the vehicle. Okay. We got 19s in the front here. And we have 21s in the rear here. Now, if I try to go down one, look at this. I would go up to an S2 class. All right, can't have that. I want to make this thing usable for open drift lobbies for you guys. So by using the bigger rim, I was able to keep it in that line for you guys. It's got an upgraded rear track width as well on there. Okay. Here we got a 9-speed transmission. Why am I not using a 6-speed? Because it would take me up to an S2 class. So would a 7-speed and an 8-speed. So my best thing I could do was either go with a 10-speed or go with a 9-speed. And I went with the 9-speed because I save even more weight. So that's what I decided to go with. It does have a race drive line. We're saving 11 pounds. All right, 11.2 if you really want to be precise. It's got a drift differential in there as well. Okay. Here we just got stock brakes. All right, anything higher, we go way up to an S2 class, so keep it as stock brakes. And we have rally springs. You're like, King, why are you using rally springs? Because race and stock springs were a pound heavier. I wanted to make a very light S1 900 tune. And, you know, I think outside the box. And this thing works exceptionally well, all right? All right. And you'll see in the tune how it all works out with the rally suspension, all right? You can call me crazy, it's okay. I hear it all the time. It's got the race intake, race ignition, stock cams and valves, and then we're going to back up to race pistons and compression, and we got the race turbo with anti-lag, just so we can get that awesome flame popping out of there at all times. Now this is the one I would want that instead of having this. All right, that's just no fun. This is fun. Okay, so we went with that. I went with that. There's only me. All right, and that is the build. It's wild. It works, and you know maybe I'm the crazy one to make it the delays. I'm not sure. There's so many of them out there. All right, so we got 15, and this thing just slides for days. All right, I have been just destroying open drift lobbies with it. I've beaten a few wheelie Jeeps. I mean, you know, that's pretty big, you know, when you can beat a Jeep. Anyways, here is the gearing. You're pretty much going to be using first, second, third, fourth player, probably on Playa Azul. Either way. Longer tracks, you're probably using fourth gear on there, you know, and then you have these gears as well, but we already established why we had them there in the first place for, you know, classes. Alignment, I've done negative 5.0 on there, and then I usually run what I usually do run. I heard from people saying, hey, Posh, you need to do negative 5.0 on the front, you know, camber. It really does help the car, and I do listen to you guys, you know. But I was self-taught when I tuned all these cars. I just throw these numbers around and hopefully it works. And when it works, I'm like, this thing's awesome. I got to show it to you guys. Either way, moving on. Anti-roll bars are 65 and 65. All right, so they're just not there for show. They are there. All right, springs are as soft as you can go for both the front and the rear. All right, and then low as you can go for both the front and the rear as well on the spring. So just take all the dots and drop them. All right. Dampening is 21, 20, and 20. All right. There is downforce on this car. Can't get rid of it, so 15 and 15. Okay, great. All right, brakes we are established. We have stock brakes. We put race brakes on there. We would have went up to S2 class. So don't have to worry about that. Now here's where things get interesting. The 76, 86, 97, 97 is not interesting. That's what's interesting. This is this is what produces the magic with this car, and I love it. It has the frontal grab, and I mean you'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll understand it. It's pretty awesome. The 44%. There's a little bit more power going to the front wheels than the back wheels on this thing. It's pretty wild. But like me tell you guys, it does work. I've done these types of tunes before with the the Hoonigan Mustang. I did it with that. And that one had 43 to the front. It just went up to here. But either way, I tried 43 with this thing. I didn't like it. I tried 45, didn't like it. 46, 47, and then I was happy with 44%. And that's where I stuck it. And yeah, it blows my mind on how well it works. And yeah, so we're just going to take it out. It's not really meant for around the, festival. I mean, you can use it around the festival, but I tune this directly for open drift lobbies. But I mean, it does take off, like a drag tire would, and you're going to hit the e-brake every once in a while with this thing, but you're going to have a lot of fun with this. I really have a feeling. It's going to be a learning curve, especially if you've never used drags and maybe you want to, attempt to try to use drags. Then this might be a great car to start out with, for sure. I usually tune stocks and snows just because I can pull those tunes out, much quicker than I can with a drag tire. Drags always take a little bit more time consuming of my life to tune. There's a 44.3 right there, but it's not meant for around here. I mean, that's a good score, don't get me wrong, but it's not, here. It's for open drift lobbies. So now you might experience some slight frontal pull. That is normal. All right. That is normal. You're going to experience that. But other than that, this thing's pretty fun. And like I said, since it's, more power to the front, yeah, you can just go, whee! You can tell that there's, I can tell that there's more power going to the front wheels than there is the rear. Just by looking at that alone, It's like if you're trying to figure out what someone's done to their tune, the best thing to do is take it through the tests and figure it out. But it slides, and you can run this in any setting. If you're online drifting, you can run cosmetic or you can run simulation. But if you're going to run simulation, I warn you when you're out here. All right, let's run simulation, and let's look at tire. How fast we go through things. All right, so we're at 2%, and all I did was slide a little bit. Look at that wear. It is climbing, and it is climbing quick. It's just a joy to just sit here and watch the numbers just go. And I mean, if you're on simulation, the car is just gonna get worse and worse because of the drag tire. It doesn't matter about the drag tire. It's just, you know, you get 100% wear on the tires in general. You know, you gotta go slower. You gotta take your time. You know, we're already at 60% in the front, 67 in the rear. You know, it is just, and of course you floor it. Yeah, it really just goes downhill fast. I mean, we're almost at 100% in the front. We're almost at 100% in the rear. I see it in the rear. And here we go. There's 100% to the rear. Completely changes the car. I'm telling you. Here we are at 100% all the way through. We're fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. There's 9. But I mean, it still drifts. You just gotta, you know, you're just gonna be a little slower. That's all. But it works. And we're just gonna keep on sliding, keep on sliding. I love this thing. It's so much fun. But it's still manageable. It's just a little slower. That's all. But when you're in open drift lobbies, you can use simulation, but it won't, you know, deteriorate down to, you know, like this. At least I've never noticed, you know, anything. But look at this. It just keeps on sliding. Keeps on sliding. Like it's just on solid ice. Yeah, it's awesome. But yes, and to fix that, we go back and we take this back and we go to cosmetic and we save it, and then yeah, we're back up in business, back to business here. So awesome. And that's the tune. That's the build on my wild mind of tuning. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And look, you can even look at that beautiful engine. I never looked at the D engine before. To be honest with you, I didn't know it was blue. I knew the car was blue, but I didn't know the engine was blue as well. But you learn something new every day. Like I said, well, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely hit that like button. And yeah, until next time, stay sideways, my friends.